Welcome back to the channel. In this video we are going through the patch notes for the latest Outriders update, and I don't know when you guys are seeing this, but it's obviously going to be quite a while after the update was released. I just want to put my opinion out there. So what we're going to do is jump straight down. As mentioned, this Tuesday while testing the patch they came across a couple of crashes. The community discussions indicate that the issues appear for the most part to already be present in the game. They are releasing the patch in the knowledge that the issues exist and the belief that this patch will not introduce them. There is a risk, however, that this may increase the frequency of one or both of the issues, but this is something we'll only be able to determine with data analysis after the patch releases. Please do also be sure to let us know if you experience any increased crashing following this patch. So there is a chance that players have been crashing even more. I've not been around, I've been incredibly busy. Some of you will know exactly why, and I'm not explaining it in a video. But yeah, you guys are going to have to let me know in the comments if you have experienced a better time on the game, a worse time on the game, all that sort of stuff. And then taking a look at the patch notes, they've improved and made the Xbox sign-in process faster. They've improved matchmaking to reduce the chance of matching with an AFK player, even though I disagreed with the way they were doing it, because players that are AFK, so they're not interacting with the game for more than 2 minutes, will be automatically removed from the matchmaking queue. Interacting with NPCs or configuring skills, mods or builds is not considered AFK behaviour, but all they had to do realistically was only let matchmaking work inside an expedition, or when you finish an expedition, default the matchmaking back to closed, so that when you're in the Outriders camp, regardless of what you're doing, players can't join you until you open it up again. Yes, it relies more on the player for opening up the matchmaking again, but at the same time, it eliminates the issue of matching with an AFK player. Because if someone feels like being an idiot and keeping this going on, they're just going to stand at the mod vendor, or the skills, like sorting out your skills and stuff, like just anything within the build, that's what they're going to do. Because there are a lot of trolls on Outriders, and I don't think the developers are actually aware of that. And the fact that people will sometimes let you sit in their game and help them out for a couple of minutes, and then just boot you. But they've also improved the visibility of Broodmother's Surge AoE attack, which is the blue flames. They fixed a bug whereby Scrap Grenade would stop working after a cinematic or when rejoining a session, and the game's been out for almost 4 months now, and that has only just been fixed. It's been an issue since the launch of the game, and they never got round to fixing it until now, and there is also the possibility that that still doesn't work properly. They resolved an issue with the Technomancer's set and changed its description to match his new behaviour. They've just simply changed a bit of text. And then it also says under that, important, while we've resolved one problematic aspect of this set, we very recently discovered a second underlying issue that can still cause the full 90% set bonus to stop working when in combat. You can unequip and re-equip the set, and that will temporarily resolve it. They apologise for the confusion, they're already working on a resolution to the second issue. So the fact that they haven't fixed that set properly at all, they've just changed the description of it, like what is the point? Either fix the set like faster, or just don't even bother changing the description until the set is fixed. I don't know why they've changed the description and got that out of the way, but they haven't fixed the set itself, when that's a much bigger priority, especially for the player. I mean, it does show that they're actually working on stuff and getting some things done, but when it's a minor issue like a description showing the wrong thing, then it doesn't really matter. Outriders isn't picking up too many new players. They're struggling to even keep their existing players as it is. But I mean, you never know, they might slap it onto an 80% discount just to try and bring some extra people in. They fixed a bug that could cause the Trickster's Hunt the Prey to get stuck on activating. They fixed a bug whereby bleed status from the armor mod's Bloody Crush would not be inflicted on enemies that are hit with the Gravity Leap skill. They fixed a bug whereby the Devastator's Blood Donation class node wouldn't work if the player didn't have other active skill life leech nodes or mods. They clarified the description for the Ravenous Locust mod, so they're just changing descriptions and doing other things in this one. They fixed a bug whereby dismantling an item might not have displayed the mod preview. Another issue that would cause the in-sync accolades to not properly unlock for client players. An issue that could cause players to not get the proper reward if they completed an expedition during the final second of the reward tier. And then there's a small rebalance, and that is the Pyromancer's Healthy Lifestyle mod. They've changed its description to match its new behaviour, so it should improve survivability while channeling the skill, and the description says it boosts your health regen X for the skill duration, instead of it boosting the health regen by X for Y seconds after the skill ends. And then there's a demo update as well. They have updated the demo so that its fix list and improvements are now in line with the 22nd of June patch. And almost 4 months later, the demo now no longer requires a Square Enix membership registration in order to play. So if you know anyone who is holding off the demo due to this reason, please do let them know so that they can try the game, get pulled in by the actual decent gameplay the demo had, buy the full game and just realise how bad it is. And then if we have a look at the ongoing list of currently tracked issues, State of Stadia stuck at 99% accolade progress, the set that we spoke about, the Technomancer set, and the bonus not working in combat, matchmaking privacy settings may set themselves to open without input from the player, being investigated is probably going to take another 4 months to fix, Xbox problems related to signing in, certain enemies, especially alphas, may break out of frozen CC as soon as they're damaged. Game stutters when multiple crawlers are on screen, in particular during certain expeditions. Is not certain expeditions, it's everywhere and is mainly a PlayStation issue. Players dying while their shield is active and certain mods not working, in particular when you're the client during a multiplayer session. But that's not just the mods, it's the skills as well. Gravity Leap gets you stuck when the connection is bad in a multiplayer session, and they've done things time and time again to fix the connection, but it still doesn't work properly because of the P2P servers. Tricksters hunt the prey. It doesn't turn players towards an enemy's back if they're aiming down their sights immediately after activation, and the Venator's knife may target a wrong enemy. Devastator's skills may have inconsistent damage output, particularly when using Bleed and Moaning Winds combo. Devastator armor mod Despair doesn't increase anomaly damage consistently. Is that consistently? I'm reading that as consistent ill. Yeah, that one's hurt my head a little bit. Devastator's statue set bonus ends after 8 seconds, which is not stated in the description. Journal entries and pickups not appearing on secondary characters, they're still re-investigating that one. Damage blocked stat on expeditions results screen occasionally appears inconsistently or abnormally low, and then a cutscene during the mentor questline may not trigger, meaning players cannot progress past this point. It's currently being investigated, and a temporary workaround in your lobby, change your story checkpoint to an earlier one, then re-attempt the quest. So one thing that's pretty major that they haven't bothered including in this is the pit at the end of Scorched Lands. If you are not the host of a session, it's just an absolute lag fest. And there's probably several other things that they need to work on that they haven't even mentioned, but they're now aware of a progression blocker. They're telling people to go back to a previous point and try it again. If that doesn't work after the second attempt, players are going to get annoyed. And then there's loads of stuff with the Trickster still broken. There's loads of stuff with the Devastator broken. They still can't fix their journal entries. What is the point? At this stage, almost 4 months later, they should be getting some form of content ready to release as DLC for the player, but instead they're still having to go through this. But yeah, that's the patch notes for the 15th of July for Outriders, and what you guys are going to have to do is let me know all of your thoughts in the comments. Have you played? Have you not even bothered? If you're on Xbox, have you had a better time signing in? And just how does the game feel in general? But we're going to leave the video there. I will see you guys in the next one. I hope you enjoyed it.